Oh. 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 Sairam, everyone. Just to recap what we discussed last week, Swami has introduced the concept of how the mindness, mamakaram, develops. He says the ajnana, or the ignorance, is the root cause. And from ignorance comes ahankara. From ahankara are born the raga and dvesha, and raga and vasanas. And they are the sisters, twin sisters, which cause all the problem. And we fall into attachment and mindness, the concept of possessiveness. And Swami says to get rid of that, we will have to get rid of ahamkaram and also get rid of the ajnana. So those were the topics which we discussed at the end of last week. So we will continue from where we left off. I will ask sisters to read.
Sairam. Destroy ignorance. The giant tree called mind has two seeds, impulse, vasana, and breath, prana. The seed becomes the tree. The tree yields the seed. The breath moves because of the impulses. The impulses operate because of the breath. If one of these are destroyed, so is the other. So, if the mind has to be free from their influence, ignorance, ajnana, has to be transformed first. Ignorance does not exist alone. It has an offspring, selfishness, ahankara. The demon asura has two children, attachment or attraction, raga and impulse, vasana. That is to say, passion and craving. Passion and craving are closely interrelated. As the passion, so the desire. They are sisters. Through attachment, one gets the feeling of my and mine. The feelings provoke desire, and desires breed worry. Therefore, to remove ego, ahamkara, attachment and impulse have to be annihilated. That means ignorance has to go, for by that means alone can ego be killed. How to destroy ignorance and develop wisdom? Sunyana. That is the question. The answer is through meditation. The conquest of ignorance, ego, attachment, and impulse brings about liberation, moksha, for the individual jivi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sister. I think one of the definitions of raga in Telugu was Ichaleka Snehamu. So I will ask Auntie Manibashyam, I think she has something to share, if she's able to. Sairam, Auntie.
But I was, I was not able to understand last week when Swami said raga is Ichaleka Snehamu. I was dwelling upon it, and I just understood that, sometimes we don't want any attachment for anything. But, it is, that's why Swami Ichaleka Snehamu. It is an unwanted friendship with something. So as we develop that raga, that attachment, then it brings about mamata, that is minus, and then desires, and then desires bring out action. Action brings out fruits of action. We desire for the fruits. So that's how I understood the raga. Raga is unwanted thing, but we still have attachment for it. I hope I'm clear. Sairam. Sairam.
Thank you very much, Auntie. Thank you. Does anyone else have something to share? If not, I think we'll proceed, because I think we discussed and Swami is continuing to talk about the same topic. So we will just continue, sisters.
Uproot the impulses that make up the mind, and the mind is no more. The one who is a slave to impulses and tendencies, vasanas, is devoid of wisdom, jnana. That one is in truth a weakling. But let me assure you that there is no cause for alarm. As soon as impulses are uprooted, that person can earn back the divine nature that was lost by neglect. The impulses invade the realm of heart. They cause endless trouble. They remind you of pleasures, agitating the memory of past experiences, and you start craving them again. The cravings make the senses and their leader, the mind, manas, engage in brisk activities. There's no escape for you from this. So you attempt to collect and enjoy the things that you crave. All this takes place in the twinkling of an eye, so to say. The impulses operate so subtly and so powerfully. Just as the seed contains within itself the trunk, branches, twigs, leaves, flowers, and fruits, so too all this lies dormant in the impulse. The impulses are the cause of all the objective unhappiness. If they are absent, the mind is pellucid and pure. If they are present, all purity is ruined. They are obstacles in the path of truth, of Atma, and immortality. A mind free from impulse is transmuted and is no longer mind.
Thank you very much, sister. So Swami, I think there's nothing much for me to say. I think I will open it up for others to share, because it's the same concept. I think Swami is elaborating on it further. So I will open it up for discussion. Anyone can share your thoughts, please. Sairam.
Sairam, could we confirm one thing in the last paragraph? Just the version of the book that I have, it has something different. The second line in the last paragraph, or the third line, sorry, it says, the impulses are the cause of all the objective unhappiness. And then in the book that I have, it says, they are the cause of all the objective happiness.
Okay.
Impulses are the cause of all the objective. Objective.
I'll ask Auntie to.
All the objective. Actually, pleasures. Usually the word comes as pleasures. The impulses are the cause of all the objective pleasures. That's usually the word used elsewhere. So equivalent could be happiness. So this may be wrong. Let Sister Manibhashin can settle.
See, Swami says, Kanuka Vasanale Manavuni Vishya Sukhamulaku Karanamu. So basically, Vishya Sukhamula, Swami says. All the worldly, Vishya means whatever the worldly, Auntie can, page 188, Auntie, in the middle of Vittana Mandu, that's the way it starts. So Swami says only Sukhamula. So Swami says all the objective enjoyment or happiness.
Pleasures, yeah.
Pleasures. Vishaya Sukhamulaku. Swami says Vishaya means subjective or worldly. Sukhamulaku means for happiness or pleasures, as Brother Shveda says. Of course, the pleasures turn into unhappiness. That's a different story.
Yeah.
Because it's unhappiness is coming just behind the pleasures.
Yeah.
What Swami says is Vishya, the worldly pleasures give you joy first and pain later. He says all sadhana gives you pain first and then pleasure, joy later, bliss later. So I think so it's okay, but that's it.
I think while translating, I think they thought it should be unhappiness.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's correct. Their way thinking is correct.
But they're a bit in a hurry, too much hurry.
Yeah.
వాసనలే మానవుని విషయ సుఖములకు కారణము. That is very clearly Swami has given.
Yeah, I think it does make sense both ways, right? It is happiness, as you said, but eventually you become unhappy. So.
Yeah.
If you involve yourself.
I also agree with that, because as the Swami in the previous paragraph mentioned, we have to be free from impulses, right? So we have to free from the happiness and unhappiness at the end.
And also the next line, it says, if you are absent, your mind is pure. So
because of all the pleasure, absent. Yeah, whatever way it is, okay. Yeah.
It's the last line. If we could get the clarification on that. A mind free from impulse is transmuted and is no longer mind. It doesn't exist anymore, or?
Yeah, Sairam, because the mind means usually not like intellect, no? Usually the mind connotes the lower impulses, usually. Only when they usually say mind, as contrast to intellect. Intellect, when they say intellect, we take it as a good thing. So the mind free from impulse is transmuted and is no longer mind. It is maybe a pure intellect now, something like that.
But just to clarify, so the person, sorry.
So Swami, Auntie can read. Auntie, next line, Auntie. Vasanaye lekyen.
Vasanaye leni edala manassu nirmala magunu. Without vasanas, the mind becomes pure. ఆ కారణమున దాని సంబంధమైన అన్నియు నశించును. So it will all get annihilated. Those things which are connected with the mind. వాసనే సత్య మార్గమునకు, ఆత్మ మార్గమునకు, అమరత్వమునకు పరమ శత్రువు. So vasana, the impulses of the past are the cause, or the cause for all impurities and other things. What he has written, they are present, they are obstacles to the path of truth, atma, immortality. A mind free from impulses is no longer a mind. Manonashana, Swami always says, Manonashanam.
Yeah, but the Saira, the confusion in the English language, because I can word it like this. A mind free from impulse is transmuted into pure chitta, consciousness, pure chitta. A mind free from impulse is transmuted into chitta and is called no longer mind. Because when the mind is free from impulse, is pure consciousness, which is chittam, we call it.
Chitta is also part of the mind, antakarana.
Yeah, antakarana, but when the real, when the impurities are removed from, whatever it is, the chitta is the
place for memory.
Memory. So when it is cleared of all memories, it becomes pure consciousness. That is.
That's the next step.
Next step, yeah. So a mind free from impulse is transmuted into what?
Into consciousness.
That's what I am saying. A mind free from impulse is transmuted into consciousness and is no longer called a mind. That's how it has to be worded. So when they put together, it's a confusion. That's the thing.
So, Saram brother, can we think about like this? If we take five senses cannot work without the mind. That the impulses are the one making that five senses, that all the object, whatever is not stable in the world, that is not going to be help for us for meditation. So always we have to kill all the impulses, whatever we have, that always the impulses move towards the objective. Then that objective is going to destroy it one day, is always going to bring you unhappiness. Thank you, Saira.
So, Auntie, I think you should read 2 more lines, Auntie, because Swami said Vasana Nirmalamaina. Nirmulamaina.
Let me read.
No.
Vasanaye leni edalla manasu nirmalam bhavanu. The mind becomes pure without the vasanas. A karanamuna, because of that, dani sambandhamaina vanyu nashinchunu. Because when you're when there is no mind, all things are just annihilated, destroyed. Vasane satya margamunaku, atma margamunaku, amaratvamunaku, parama shatruvu. Swami is saying that vasanas are the reason for all this.
It's enemy. Vasana is the biggest enemy for all the good.
Malina vasanalato nindina manasu bandhamulaku lobadanu. It is bound. If the vasanas are present in the mind, it's bound. Bandhamulaku lobadanu.
Bondage.
Bondage. Vasana nirmulamaina manasu manase kaaniradu. When you completely take off all the bad vasanas, so it becomes, it cannot be a manasu. Manasu manase kaaniradu. It cannot be the mind.
Yeah.
So that's what is the mind free from impulses is no longer the mind.
Right.
Manase, it's not even a manas. That's what Swami says.
Manasu manase kaaniradu. It cannot be mind.
When we, so for example, if Swami, the avatar, he would have had to use the manas as an instrument, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I think that's why, you know, the thing is, the mind, okay, maybe I will try, unless others have something to say.
No.
Anyone has something to say, please?
No, please, you go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, mind is an instrument. You know, it's ultimately, it's like a glass, okay, through which the consciousness works.
Yeah.
Okay, it can be an intermediary. Okay, if you want to, if in a car you are driving, you have a windshield. Okay, so which is the mind? So, but what happens as soon as there is dirt, then it becomes something which actually blocks the consciousness to flow through. So as you can imagine, that's what Brother Sivadas and Auntie were saying. When the mind is not there, it is consciousness which flows through. But if the consciousness, if the mind is with dirt, actually the consciousness will be distorted by that, and that's what we see as manas. So ideally, when the mind is completely free, you won't even know that it exists. Okay, even though the light passes through, it doesn't really matter whether it exists or not. So Swami is saying you clean it up. Once you clean it up, consciousness will flow through uninterrupted. And so the mind is not even there. Means mind doesn't block the light of consciousness flowing through. Okay, so it is, I hope you understand, you know, that's why Swami has used the word. He says the mind is not gone. He's not. Manase kaaniradu means you can't even see the mind, you know, so you can even, meaning it, you won't find the manas, you know. Auntie, am I right?
Yeah, find that. You can't even find the mind.
You can't find the mind. You know, the use of language is very, very, you know, Telugu is very, very clear. Kaaniradu means you can't even see.
Yeah.
So it's like a clean windshield. You won't even see that it exists. So that is the way mind should be. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means the mind, as you know, doesn't exist. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that every single word Swami has picked in such a manner, it is. It's not.
Actually, Sairam, actually, if you go, I think below the pages, you will be clear. I think that this is a jnani state. Actually, when the cravings in the mind is destroyed, you are pure. Pure means then you are that Jivan Mukta, like you can, you will see it in the later passages.
The mind is invisible, you can say, if you want to put it in English. Okay, we can move on to the next slide. If
sorry, brother. I want to ask a question here.
Yes.
Okay. That particular paragraph or the top line says, uproot the impulses that make up the mind. What is the difference between uproot and a control? Say if it's a tree, we can uproot it. And if it is something like an impulse, how do we uproot it? Say, I don't understand that, but controlling the sense, okay, I don't want to watch TV. I can rigidly follow some sort of an action, and then I can control it. Then how do I control this one? I'm sorry, how do I uproot it? That's impulses.
Anyone who would like to comment on this question, please?
This is, usually we discuss this part. Even last at circle, we have to uproot impulses is to input Subha Vasanas. When we input more and more of good Vasanas, activities, say pilgrimage, seeing sages, japa, dhyana, study, through more and more input, the bad impulses will go out, because that's what we learned already. Then the other day the brother was explaining and we were elaborating on that. Then the good vasanas also has to be removed through deep bhakti to Lord. When the bhakti vasana toward Lord is increasing, then even the swavasana will get removed. So totally all impulses will go away. Then we are in bhakti. Bhakti is not an ordinary thing, but bhakti is Bhagawan too. We see bhakti and Bhagawan as one thing, and we see the real Atma at that during that time. So the uprooting impulses means first we input the good impulses activities. Through that we throw away the bad impulses, and through meditation or contemplating on our true nature, which is Atma, and even the good vasanas will go away. That is the total uprooting of impulses. This is what we were discussing too. I will stop with that. I think if any error in my part, brother or sister can correct it. Thank you, Zaira.
Saira, brother. Okay. Auntie, go ahead.
No, please go ahead if you want.
Okay, if uprooted mean, if we take a tree, it has branches and leaves and everything. There's no point if you want to remove the tree out or destroy the tree, no point in plucking the leaves or cutting the branches. You have to uproot the root downward. You have to remove completely, then automatically the tree will die. Same thing in if we take our meditation part, the desire is the main thing, or maybe what you call impulses.
Cravings.
Good or bad, you have to remove that one, then you can move on to the right path. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sai Ramanti, you want to say something?
Both the Shubha Vasanas and the Malina Vasanas, Swami, what he wants to say is, you increase your Shubha Vasana by putting more into our mind so that, Malina Vasanas get decrease. And ultimately, what Swami is saying is, transcend both Shubha Vasanas as well as Malina Vasanas if you want to reach that goal.
Yeah.
We have to go beyond both of them. Only then we can reach the Atma.
Yeah, Sairam says, sister. So, what is the means of uprooting the good vasanas? That's the question, no? So that's what the last time we discussed, the meditation, the severe, the, you know, that one-pointed meditation. We more and more we are meditating very strongly. Even the swavasanas, because that is also vasanas, no? That devotion, the deepest devotion to Atma is so powerful, and even the swavasanas will get removed. Swavasanas like doing good activities and beneficial activities, no? So that's also removed. So what remains is Atma, or devotion, Atma, you know, one. God remains at the end. So because technically the listeners might think, and what is the transcending means what, no? That's what I am trying to answer it.
Sairam,
Yeah.
before we studied also the Subhavasanas, they won't multiply.
Yeah, no, won't
They
multiply.
become fried seed kind of, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that will, if you take out the bad vasanas and the good vasanas become fried, then it will come to the stage there's nothing. This is my way of thinking on this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saira.
Yeah, that's also very good. Fried means they are, it won't multiply, but the impulses, good impulses are there, but it isn't harmful. That's what they were saying. But in one point, even later, you can see that, as his sister now explained, Bhavan is saying that thorn example of thorns. So we discussed last time when a thorn prick in the sole of a foot, and we take another thorn, another sturdy thorn, and dig it and take the thorn out, and both thorns are thrown away because we are traveling through the jungle. So thrown away. So likewise, the both have to be thrown away. Even the letter pages, in the other pages, you see that one. So so how the both thrones are thrown out. Both thrones are thrown out is what do you call Atma, no? Atma consciousness. When we are so deep in our true reality, they didn't multiply, but that what is a scar? That scar also will be removed. So there's something like that. In other pages, you can see that one. Sairam. Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam, could I just add an example to Arul Uncle's question? So say I have a very strong craving for chocolate or cake or good food, and that's something that's a vasana, a bad vasana. So if I want to get rid of that vasana, should I just continue doing my sadhana and meditating and reading and doing those kind of things, and eventually that vasana will be uprooted? Or do I have to make some direct effort and try to fight that craving or do something with that?
No. Yeah, sorry, Saira. When you put good vasanas, because these are limited items are there, no? So limited space. So within the limited base, you are putting in a good vasanas. So bad vasanas and no room there, and they will go away. That's what in the meditation time, in the cravings or thoughts are coming. In the normal time, it won't be coming, but when you try to contemplate on God or meditation, these are coming. But Baba said, welcome it, because that has to come and go out. They have to go out. So, your first statement is correct. You have to put good vasanas, and which will take that bad vasanas out. Now you have good vasanas. That means, sister said, fried seed like. So you are not, you are lucky, you are achieved, almost achieved your goal. So with that Sovasanas, you cannot go to the ultimate state, no? That even if it is fried, even if it's like a fried seed. So that Sovasanas, example of Sovasanas is going on a pilgrimage. That desire will not come when I am fully satisfied with the Atma contemplation. So the Atma contemplation will remove this Sovasana also, the going to sages and everything. Then you are there now in the ultimate point to reach the last.
Just to clarify then, is it okay to continue indulging in that craving while continuing with your good sadhana?
No. Then you have inputting again, no? You have to
Sairam,
yeah.
this is Saku auntie.
Yeah.
Kalyani's explanation she is giving, craving for chocolate,
Yeah.
that is not vasana, that is impulses, coming from impulses.
Both the same. Impulses, vasanas, cravings. There are a lot of words there. They are using a lot of words here. Craving.
Are they same?
Yeah,
Are they same?
Same. Impulses, imprint. But here in this area, the craving is very good word. They used it in the paragraph. Because craving is an agitating desire, impulse. See, impulse is the same. Impulse tendency. See? So that craving, if we let loose the craving, say the chocolate craving, if I let loose that craving, it will go and buy a chocolate and eat. Then what will happen? I am adding again another layer of bad vasana. So we have to okay. Even the psychologists, modern psychologists, also saying this one. So when you do more and more good activities, that craving goes down because your mind is involved in these good activities. So craving of chocolate will fade away. No, so that is how it works. If we are eating the chocolate again, it will adding. It is adding that it will no use when you do both.
So, brother.
Yeah.
So craving is a desire. It's very difficult. For an example, last time also we discussed about that one. If you take yourself as a chariot, and intellect, you are given intellect is a charioteer. You are the charioteer. Reins are the mind. The horses are the sense. Sense objects are the path. So whose mind is restrained, who can control the horses, they can reach to the path. So the controlling is a reins in your hand. You have given intellect. You have to. So sometimes they hurt the horses too. Okay, to go on the right path. So good obedient horse of a charioteer reaches the destination. So mind is the cause. So you have to control the reins. If you don't control the reins, you cannot reach to the path. Thank you, Saira.
Saira, I think I'm trying to understand here too. I think the question is controlling versus getting rid, uprooting it, right? So is it to understand by controlling we can eventually uproot it by putting in good sadhanas? Or maybe
Okay.
I'm totally off.
So Saira, maybe I will also share my thoughts.
Yeah.
See, in Swami talks about something called Vyavasatmika Bhukti. That means, like a farmer, we should go about. Okay, sadhana is something like a farmer. Which now it's spring. The lawns are all greening, and the grass is all coming out. We all should know that in the ground there are weeds also. The seeds of the weeds are also present in the ground. So what happens some seeds start sprouting. Wheat seeds also start sprouting, and you will see small weeds. Okay. So if you want to do weed control, whatever you see, you should remove. You have to uproot that, so that because it has become visible, it's easy to uproot. If you're lazy, you will just mow the lawn, and so you don't see it. But the thing is, that means you have recycled the weeds. So ideally, a good person who does good lawn care will remove whatever is seen outside. But the reality is there are seeds inside also, which have not yet sprouted. They are, Vasana Swami calls the seeds. Actually, if you read the second paragraph, Swami says, impulses invade the realm of heart. They cause endless trouble. They remind you of the pulsating memory, pleasures, and agitating the memory of past experiences. Then you start craving them again. So it's a chocolate craving, which Sister Kalyani was telling. As soon as you see it, you have to remove it. For the good, the vasana which have not yet sprouted, you do what's called overseeding, they say, put a lot of grass seeds, so they will stifle them and they will not even grow, and maybe they will die slowly. So I think both are needed. So especially when we do meditation, whatever thoughts and impulses which are already sprouted will come. So okay, this has to be removed. Maybe you're meditating and the chocolate will flash in front of you. So then okay, this has to be removed. Okay, you can't say, you can't throw some Sairam on the chocolate, it will not go away. It has to be removed. The thought has to be removed. Next time when you see a chocolate, you can say Sairam to yourself and not say chocolate. Okay, so that is called uprooting. Okay, whatever is known deficiency, we can uproot. Unknown deficiencies, you fill it with grass seeds, which is Shubha asanas. Fill. So actually both are needed for somebody to progress. This is my understanding. In Gita Vahini, Swami has discussed this in very great detail. What is Vyavasatmika Buddhi? Okay. So the Buddhi is discrimination should be used. So sometimes even in a situation, our own bad qualities will come to surface and you will say, oh my gosh, am I also behaving like this? Or am I talking like this? Because it's an opportunity for us to see our own self. And once we see that, next time we will say, okay, I should not be like this. So then you can be vigilant and you can remove that. So both are needed. That's why uprooting is to some extent is also needed. But most people don't want to do that. They will just throw grass seeds and hope the things don't come. It's okay. But it will take a longer period of time. So uprooting is good if anything has shown up. Okay, sorry, I hope I didn't speak too much.
Sairam, the last week also, I remember that either Sister Kalyani or maybe Brother Arul asked this question. Even the Subha Vasanas, will be treated like fried seeds, and there wouldn't be any multiplication. But at the end, we come to a conclusion that even though they are fried seeds, don't multiply. There's some sort of the frozen state when the next birth come in. Maybe Sakhu Aunty asked that question. When the next birth comes in, whether that may be good merit, whether they would be coming with us or not. Maybe we came to the conclusion that it would be coming with us for the next birth, kind of. I remember that sort of the discussion. Even the Subhavasanas treated like fried seeds and don't multiply, but it would be in the frozen state. And the next birth, when we take it, it would be coming. Otherwise, how can we come to the philosophical conclusion that whatever we do, the good things in the past birth or the previous births would be coming with us to the future births or subsequent the number of births we carry on.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, that's what we discussed last time.
Sai Ram, Anandi, last time, Sister Anandi, last time I think we read those fried seeds cannot sprout. And for them, those who are the Shubhavasanas, there is no birth at all. That's what we read it. Isn't that? So then there is no question of freezing it, frozen, or getting it back again in the next birth. There is no point there. When Swami is saying, those who have Shubhavasanas, they will not be reborn. So where is the question of coming back to next Janmam? I don't think so. If I'm correct, please, Arun, correct it.
No, I think the auntie, the people are a bit worried because we have good vasanas and bad vasanas.
Yes.
The bad vasanas are going to give new birth. But these good vasanas, we may be losing them because they may not come with us next life. That is the worry. Okay. That is the worry.
Yeah, that's what someone asked that, the last whatever the good things we do, if it doesn't come with us, then
the meritorious deeds what you have done will give you a good birth. That is Swami assures it. Meritorious deeds what you have done in this birth will definitely prove you will be born in a better place, in a better surroundings, and for you to do the sadhanas. That's what is given in our Saira.
Thank you very much, Auntie. See, if we go back and read that paragraph, if the beneficent impulses are encouraged and cultivated, they will not go on multiplying and binding the mind indefinitely. Okay, so they don't multiply and so
they don't bind the mind.
Yes. So that's what it is. So the thing is.
So where's the vasanas are going to come from then?
Pardon?
Then
they don't multiply, sister.
Yeah, impulses won't multiply.
Yes.
So vasanas are from impulses, right?
Yes.
I
think what we discussed was the good vasanas also will come along, but they will not multiply.
Yes, yes.
Okay. It's fried seeds, mean the seeds are there, but they do not give rise to a new birth, which basically Swami says birth is mind being bound.
Yeah.
Okay, that will not happen.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I think you don't have to worry that they will not come along with you. As Auntie said, your environment itself is so good. You'll have a good birth. So even whether you like it or not, things will be around good. So you will be bombarded with vasanas of good vasanas in the new life. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, assured of good vasanas around you, even if you didn't carry any.
Okay.
So, Sairam brother, I'd like to add one more thing here, Subhavasana. Once you do the Subhavasana, you have to surrender to the God. That's what Lord Krishna was saying. It's going to be a fried seed. But that means you are not expecting the fruit of the action. So it's a fried seed. But if you are doing that Subhavasana, if you are expecting the fruit of the action, then you have to come back. You may go to the heaven, you have to come back. But if you surrender everything to the God, fully surrender, is a burn seed. Thank you, Saira.
I think the study circle itself is proof that some Subhavasana seeds are sprouting in our life. Maybe they were not sprouting all this time. And
I agree. Saku auntie agrees totally.
At least we get to read Swamis, to contemplate, to think. See, if from where are these seeds sprouting? Maybe they were dormant all along. Maybe they were once in a while coming, but now it is time. Maybe all the Asubha Vasanas have removed, so now the Subha Vasanas are able to sprout. See, even such opportunities coming our way itself is a blessing. That's because of our own vasanas which attract. Otherwise, why should we, week after week come and listen to Swami's words and think of that? And so this itself is proof that Subha Vasanas were there and they sprouted.
Sai Ram, I don't know. I accept that Subhavasanas are helping us now. But what happened all before? Where did the Subhavasanas go?
Removing all the weeds. Auntie. Okay, that's my understanding. Maybe, it's just karma also, the where we born. It's okay. We don't have to worry about the negative as much as positive. Let's use the opportunity. Sorry, I will open it. I'm very sorry. I just spoke too much. If everyone is okay, we can move to the next slide.
The next paragraph, Swami is clearly saying how the vasanas work and then how we can get rid of them.
Okay.
Nature, Prakti, is the world of impulses, vasanas. The mind is attracted toward nature and the external objects of the world by means of this tendency for attachment and starts contemplating on the object and dwelling on their qualities because of these impulses. Without impulses, the mind will not be affected at all by the objective world. The mind is like a piece of cloth. It takes on any color with which it is dyed. Pure sattvic impulses make it white, restless, rajasic, once change into red, while ignorant, tamasic ones give it black color. The mind is shaped by the type of impulses with which it is filled. One has to undertake meditation and concentration, dharana, in order to destroy these impulses. The mind is but a bundle of impulses.
So there's nothing much I should say. I will again open it up for comments or share your thoughts, please, Saira.
Saira, the last remedy Bhagavan is giving is undertake meditation and concentration in order to destroy the impulses, both good and bad. So the good vasanas also will be uprooted through this process, meditation and concentration, which is I can say it takes us to the Atma, our God, this meditation and concentration. So when we do more of this meditation and concentration, then even the good vasanas, craving for a pilgrimage, craving to visit a saint, like that, those things also will not disturb. There won't be any craving even to go for to see a saint if the meditation and concentration are one-pointed and deep, and I am seeing my reality. This would last week was saying, I think the same thing. So the question we had is how to get uproot the, even though it is fried, that means it will not multiply. Good vasanas will not multiply. So it is a limited number. So the limited number of good vasanas also will be removed when we are deeply in meditation. The person who see the taste in meditation, why will he think of going on a pilgrimage or by taking a bath in Ganga? It's not necessary. Thank you, Sairam. This is
Sairam Sivadas.
Yeah.
I have lately I have some disturbance when I'm doing meditation. Yesterday we learned that it is chitta is doing that. How to remove that from your disturbance? I mean, how to remove that disturbance? Can you help me?
It takes time, no? That it has to come and go out. There's no shortcut. That we have to sit in the puja room, never mind, okay, half an hour, okay, that's doesn't mind. Let the thinking, let the thinking and go out. You know, Saint Yogaswami, Saint Yapna Saint Yogaswami said, when you go to bed, And when you lie down on the bed, and if some thoughts are coming, disturbing your peace, sleep, sit up. He said, sit up and think over it, finish the thinking, and then lie down. You see? So, likewise, you have to think out your bad thinking. You have to think out, think over it, and so that it goes out. So in the meditation, when you do in the meditation, those are coming. So let the thoughts come and go. Actually, it cannot be inside. You know, the more and more you think of that, it will go away. That because your aim is clearing the impulses. Now, when the aim is good, then this will go away, because your larger aim is doing meditation. So
you allow the thoughts.
Allow the thing. Yeah, that's what Bhagawan is saying. Let the thoughts come and go. Don't follow it. No, so it has to come, because without disturbing you, it won't go. So let it, because 1 or 2 days. No, today you will be more clear. No, so that's it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
We cannot bury the things like that. No.
Yeah.
Sairam. Sairam. Yeah, I do like some of the meditation they teach us. When you have a bad thoughts and past some disturbing thoughts, and before you go to bed, write it down in the papers.
Yeah.
And some of them is like a future thoughts. It's what you are going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
What will happen to my child? What will happen to my sickness? So many thoughts. Then we had to do like a gratitude. Whatever happens in our life, surrender to Swami and write it down on the paper, that one also. Whatever disturbing, the past one also write it down, and this one also write it down. Slowly, every day we write it down. Some of them, then we had to burn it with a fire. Then it's automatically get rid of from the mind. It is in the paper now, not in the mind. No. Then eventually, whatever we supposed to do, we can take it out and do it. This is the way we can get rid of the thing. I tried, is helping me, Saira.
Sairam Auntie, what is helping since we started study circle, whatever we are learning here, when I meditate, I just rehearse what I learned. So it helped me to remember what we are learning in this study circle. And then I'm not thinking, I'm just thinking, oh, okay, mind does this. Okay, mind does. So I'm just kind of taking 2 or 3 points from this study circle, and then I just meditate on those thoughts, just sharing what I do.
The controlling mind, Swami says that the mother and the child, no, the example. The child is going around and around somewhere, then let him go that which way he wanted, and he goes around and come back to a mother. Likewise, the thoughts goes everywhere and come back to that
original point. Yeah.
Point. And we can use that namasmarana to control the mind. Thank you.
Yeah. Sairam, Saugandi, I would like to say this one also. You know, when our food and our other recreation on that day, will increase that this bad, the agitate and the disturbing thinking. So, this will, like the ghee we put on a fire. This will induce when the impurity in the food or our talk on the phone and that those also. So when we are controlling the other area, and this will subside. Actually, it won't be too powerful. So it is also, we have to ensure that the external living, taking bath, those are also will help us our concentration.
Actually, Sivadas, recently whatever that is happening in the Sai world is the one that is giving me a lot of bringing thoughts and making.
Yeah, that is common to everybody. You don't worry. This is only you. This only you. For every.
So I am not the only one.
No. So everybody is disturbed, but if we are very sincere to our Lord, then
that is all I have. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, that's okay. So if the sincerity to the Lord, and the brother say that the other day, yesterday I said that don't be sad. The brother said because two participants said we are sad about that. The brother said, don't be sad.
No, we are not sad. I'm not sad.
Sad. So the sad also.
Only one thing that bothers me is why we are not being very grateful to Swami.
Yeah.
Why we are disappointing him. That's all matters to me.
Yeah, that also should not disturb us, because everything is happening with his will. No? So without his will, so he has started to. The 95 years have passed. No, his promised year has passed. So he is now planning. Planning is Dharmasthavana. It's not ended now. It is starting in here, going forward.
Yeah, because the golden era has to come, right?
It is through in so many places. We can see that Bhagawan said, even I think Brother Aruna would have studied under Bhakya, sir. Have you?
Oh, he came after my time.
After your time. Oh.
Yes.
So when the Bhakya said, he said, Baba said very strongly, I am going to do my changes through my students.
Yeah.
He had told them, Bhagya sir.
Yes.
So it is going to come. No? So it has not come yet. It's going to come. So these things we have to think it favorably. Seeing that good, take it as a good sign, and leave it, and let us see what happened. No, today, the last week we saw the whole UK join the Global Council, and today we saw that
because they had no other complications, only one focus, that is Baba and devotion. But we have other distractions to us.
And today we see that Brother Bhuvnesh and maybe, and one center in Florida,
they have sent it,
they joined it. So what will happen? We wait and see. Even 15th, there will more and more things going on, and nothing to worry actually. Whatever will happen,
okay, I think Auntie, I think your question is valid. I think, but let us, it's a separate discussion altogether, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And I think some of the questions you asked about the disturbance in the meditation, Swami is tackling them. Some of those questions in Dhyana Vahini also. I think we will come across those passages, chapters in the next few weeks. So Swami is clearly stating what to do with such disturbances. Basically, he's saying don't dwell on it. See, it's all about uprooting. It's ultimately our mind. If a thought comes, see, one of the things which people say is, think about it, write it down or whatever. See, once you write, then you are again repeating it.
Yeah, you are making it an imprint.
Swami said, drop it. Just drop it and bring your mind back to the form.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the thing is, as soon as you touch it, it's going to stick to you.
Yeah.
So it's all about what they say is you should just observe. When it comes, you should say, I don't want to touch it. Let it move, let it fly off.
Okay.
I think that should be the attitude. So let's not worry about it. You see, that is distracting us from the study circle.
Sorry.
No, let us just drop it. Because there are things which are within our control, things which are outside of our control. Each of us have control over ourselves. The person on the right, person on the left may do whatever they want. We should not be affected.
We should worry about our action.
That's all. And don't worry about others, because we sometimes think we all have to go together. It's sometimes attachment. You know, the children think, you know, our entire family should all, you know, if one person dies, then I will feel sad. If let something happen, all of us, you know, there are people thinking like this also, you know. So we should never think about others, including our own family also, you know, because everyone has their own journey. If we can help them, we help them. But ultimately, Swami is taking care of everyone. If there's a different path, they will go through that path and come. You know, one day everyone has to reach the destination. It may be a detour. We should not worry about it. Because Swami is guiding them. You know, we should have the firm conviction that Swami is guiding them. Because none of us are capable of guiding anyone. So I think what each person chooses, we should say Sai Ram. See, this is called Sarva Dharma. You know, we all say unity of all faiths. Okay. Which basically means if you want to be a Muslim, you go that route, no problem. If you want to be a Christian, you go that route. See, ultimately, everyone is trying to reach Swami. Whichever path they take, let them take. But no one should force others to do it. We should not force others, and we should not let others force us. I think that is the view. I think, I hope you don't mind me, you know, we'll go back to our meditation on the Dhyana Vahini. We will continue.
Sorry.
Okay,
sorry.
You know, Sai Ram, brother Arun, we have said very well. I don't know if you remember the conversation, how kids also come with their, I dive deeper in that conversation. I don't know if you remember that, how it's our responsibility. Believe me, after that day, it's so satisfactory. I do my due diligence as a parent, but at the end of the day,
I don't know,
whatever.
I don't know. I'm kind of, I don't hear your voice. Probably I might have been muted.
No, now you're okay, brother. We can hear you. But
I have a problem. I have no idea.
You can hear you.
We can hear you, brother. Don't worry. Okay, Sister Shivani, continue, please.
What I'm trying, exactly what you're saying. It's so satisfactory that, you know what, I came here. Yes, I have kids and kin, but my focus is how is my spiritual journey looks like, how I can improve, because improving myself, I have seen the surrounding also improve. So I might be the culprit or whatever. No stress, nothing. You know what? I said to my girls, whatever, and then I see, Bhagawan, that's their karma. That's their journey. Guide them. I did my part. It's so satisfactory after that discussion.
I cannot hear anybody's conversations here.
We can.
So, brother, it is something to do with your sound. Okay, you should go and look at your sound audio. Okay, you should look at your test speaker. Go to the microphone sign. Or maybe he can't hear us also.
No, we can hear, but he can't hear us.
You know, I am talking to him as
Some
if he's
instructions in the chat that should help.
You was talking on the phone. Okay.
Can somebody chat with him, or otherwise I will have to call him and.
I will call him.
I just sent him a message in the chat. Hopefully he can read that.
Okay. Thank you, thank you so much. Now I am able to. Sorry about that.
Can you hear, brother?
Yeah.
Okay,
probably I did something wrong. Maybe. Sorry about that. Okay, because I saw your faces laughing, but I couldn't see. I couldn't hear anything, so I wanted to ask. Okay.
Yes,
thank
brother.
You so much.
Yes, I'm done. Fine.
Okay. Brother, as far as Shivani's statement, Sister Shivani's statement is good. We came to this world alone. We're going to go alone too. And the meditation part, the beginning, you can allow the mind go and let the mind come back again. But once you come to the steady stage, you cannot allow the mind go. You focus on the form, one form, whatever the form you like. You meditate on the form. If the mind goes, you have to bring the mind back and you have to steady on that one. Then when you do the Namasvarana with the mind, that God grace will help you to control the mind through the meditation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sai Ram, in the very the sentence just before the very last sentence, one has to undertake meditation and concentration, dharana, in order to destroy the impulses. What is the real meaning of dharana? I thought meditation itself, if you don't have concentration, you cannot have meditation. Why Swami has separated as two things, meditation and concentration? Up until now, I thought in the definition of meditation, the concentration also already included. Why Swami has separated as two things in order to destroy the impulses? So maybe it's a different meaning, or the more than the word concentration, maybe dharana is little more different meaning.
Okay, we will open it up for other. Thank you very much. It's a good question. I think it's anyone who would like to comment on the step called dharana.
Okay, I think
better you check the Telugu version, that sentence.
Yeah.
Same Swami is saying, Dhyana dharanalaku virodhamaina vasanalanu nirmulamu cheyavunu. Actually, Dhyana and Dharana in the Ashtanga Yoga, they're the last two steps. First of all, you meditate upon some form, and then just not meditating. The next step is to take it as a concentration, what is called dharana. The last step in the Ashtanga Yoga. So where when we take up meditation first, and then you are firm in that meditation, your mind is established in that meditation, then it becomes concentration. That's the two things.
Sai Ram sister, but in the Ashtanga Yoga, the order is the other way around.
Dhyana, Dharana, ilya.
Yeah, Dharana comes first, then meditation. Dhyana comes later, no?
Swami has used it always as Dhyana and Dharana.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Arun?
Yeah.
Yeah, in this, he has used it as Dhyana Dharana.
Dhyana first comes, Swami says. And then.
So this is deeper meaning, actually, the concentration here. I think that the concretization of the meditation part, like something like.
Yes, Dharana.
See, brother, how Swami has used is Dhyana Dharana he has used.
Yeah, Dhyana Dharana. That is what.
So the thing is, so Dharana by itself can be a step, focus, learning, concentration. But then Swami says, then you do meditation. In that meditation also you should have Dharana.
Dharana.
Okay, so in Ashtanga Yoga, they practice, as Auntie said, they will practice on some object. There are different people, because that is just learning to bring the mind and focus it on something.
Yeah.
So that is treated as a separate step in Ashtanga Yoga. But in this case, Swami says, see, sometimes we think one comes after another. Sometimes they are so intertwined.
Yeah.
Intertwined.
They are together.
Yes. So the thing is, but as Auntie nicely pointed out, so then, see, sometimes we say we are meditating on Swami. But the thing is, we meditate for 1 minute and then suddenly our mind has gone somewhere else. Then you have to bring it back and again put it.
Yeah,
so
correct.
that means even though we are attempting to meditate, the dharana, the dhyana dharana is missing.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
The dharana comes from the word dhara. So like what they say, if you pour oil, the oil without gap, it goes as a stream.
Yeah.
So our focus should be like that on the Lord.
Continuous.
So many of us, we do meditation without dharana, in the sense, we for 1 minute we are meditating and suddenly the mind is thinking about, oh, what should I do today? And then again we come back. Then we think, okay, my son now, daughter, we have to do something. Oh, today I have to go and buy vegetables or something like that.
Yeah.
So that means the dharana is missing in the dhyana.
Yeah,
so
it's very good. Yeah.
But dhyana dharana. Okay, so I hope, Auntie, is it okay, Auntie?
Yeah. You become that form.
Yeah, I think when you read it in English, meditation and concentration, you get that. But I think when you say Dhyana Dharana, as Brother Arun explained, it gives a different meaning. I think
concentrated meditation, if you want.
Yeah.
That is the like that. Concentrated meditation. Yeah.
Or meditative concentration.
Meditative concentration, both are correct.
You become that. That is the dharana, the last step. last step in the Ashtanga Yoga.
Because Bhagawan is giving a new bring
understanding.
Yeah, new understanding, a new way of saying things and make us understand. No, that's the thing.
Because the thing is, sometimes we miss the divinity of Swami. We all try to match what we have heard elsewhere.
Yeah.
And try to understand it in those terms.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, but we don't realize this is authentic.
Yeah, correct.
So,
yeah.
So that's my view. Okay,
Yeah, that's
it,
true.
It is similar to Saloga. You know, the usual step is Saloga Samiva Saruva Sahitya. Bhagavan put it as Saloga Saruva Samiva Sahitya. And so, yeah, so he has come and put it to correct. The errors come everywhere. No? So that's the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Ram.
Paragraph gives.
Yes, Kalyani.
Okay.
I just one more question on this paragraph about the colors that Swami is talking about, like how red is related to Rajasic and black with Tamasic. Is there some more significance to that? Like even in the physical world, like I know Swami has, like all the men wear white to signify purity, sattvic. Is there, like Swami has ever said about women? Because I guess women, in Prashanti Nilayam and in the centers, we wear all different sorts of colors. Like, is there a reason for that difference?
Yes, there is a reason. But I will ask anyone else first to go first. Why men are expected to wear white and women can wear colors?
Brother, you only have to say. I don't think.
Okay, maybe I will say. See, the idea is men generally have rajas as the first quality.
Yeah.
They are very rajasic.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is that has to be calmed down.
Yeah.
There are women, sattvic, tamasic is three, as Swami said. Sattva, tamas, and rajas is the last. So women, rajas is actually the last one. So the thing is that gets complemented by either by that is why you put red kumkumam, everything, because then the rajas is brought up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Then there's balance. Especially when you marry, you are supposed to put rajas. Before that, it is better to be like that without.
Yeah.
So that is the reason. Married women are supposed to wear color. People who are widows are supposed to wear white. Because you don't want married women should be a bit more rajasic.
Yeah.
People are rajasic. That's a different story. Sometimes over rajas also, but in general.
Yeah.
So that is why women, because sattva, tamas, rajas. So rajas has to be brought up, balancing of the qualities. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas men are generally rajasic, very aggressive. They can run, and so they have to be calmed down.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is why. Then people can say, why is Swami wearing orange robe? That also people can. If he can wear, why can't I wear? That is the next level. See, the thing is, as somebody said, sannyasis wear it, ochre robe or anything like that, certain orange color, because they have already supposed to have sublimated all rajasic tendencies, and we have become so sattvic, and that they can afford to wear that. Okay, because they are not in the world. They're not in an aggressive world. So, there are things like that. Because the sannyasi generally, they're not doing any work. They're sitting. Otherwise, what will happen? They will eat and sleep. No responsibilities, nothing. So you have to, some rajas should be there a little. Okay, so see, every Indian tradition has some significant philosophy. Even as you said, it's even from a worldly perspective, external perspective.
Yeah.
Even the colors which Swami chooses for every building is very, very important. For him, the color, the shade, everything he will pay attention, because it has an impact on ourselves. Okay, so I hope that answers your question.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much for this one. Kalyani is okay, understanding everything?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Sairam, brother, I have a question. You mentioned it's heard to me like this, like the married woman should be putting those red potu.
Yeah.
And they have to increase their rajasic quality after marriage. What is that? Why is that for?
Because I think Kalyani should be able to talk about it. Married women, the thing is certain hormones in the body has to be a little more active for them to conceive and get children. So the thing is, so this is supposed to be an enhancer of that, number one. And it will also attract certain, in the world, from around the world, around them, it will attract certain energies and focus on them. So that makes their reproductive health much better. So let me put it that way. Okay, that's why there are a couple of spots where you apply also is practiced. Okay, so there are certain energy centers. So, but I think it's a digression from the topic, so I will stop here.
No, it's valid points. Thank you, Sairam.
Also, plus, brother, usually ladies are modest, no? Modest and silent. So once they married, they have to do household, children's work. So they need some activity and thinking wide, or what to do. Husband is going, or that. So they need some rajasic attitude more when they are married. So that's also. Thank you, Sarah. I think time is up. I think.
Yeah, it's 4:15. It's.
Anybody any question on this one? We finish it, and but there's an announcement. What is the announcement? Nothing. The next week, Saturday, because of the Iswarama.
The virtual Iswarama Day.
Virtual Iswarama Day, yeah.
From 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So we encourage everyone to join for that. And we have various programs on that. So
we didn't receive
the virtual program.
Agenda. We didn't receive the agenda. It was agenda.
Yeah, agenda will be sent out this week.
Okay. So due to that, there will be no study circles on Saturday. So Sunday, as usual, at this time, Dhyana Vahini will be there. So May 22nd morning 9 Sanskrit class starting, and Saturday 22nd afternoon 3 o'clock Sunday Nivarani will be there. If Sister Manivashyam will be, I don't know whether she will have time to come Saturday's afternoon also.
No problem, I can come.
Yeah, very good.
I try my best to come.
That's very nice, Auntie.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking only the plus point is that when brother said we had to move like this, and then I thought, okay, if the Andy can't come, it will be much better. And
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, Aruna?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sairam, Auntie.
Is there any theme for the retreat?
Yes, happiness is union with God, Auntie.
Okay, that's the theme.
And Brother Barani will contact you I think this week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Sairam, Auntie.
Okay, brother, you can.
Okay, we will close the study circle. Sairam. Oh. Samastaloka sukhino bhavantu. Samastaloka sukhino bhavantu. Samastaloka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sairam, everyone.
Sairam.
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 Sairam.